Hello and welcome to another episode of Leaders Lounge, a special series under Quantum Dialogue powered by NGenious Solutions. I'm your host, Omkar Gaikwad. This series brings you fireside conversations with leaders shaping the future of technology, business, and purpose driven transformation like our guest today. Today, we are thrilled to have with us Mr. Meet Morjaria, who truly lives and breathes logistics. Mr. Meet is a third generation entrepreneur and the managing director at Shree Jalaram Freight Carriers Private Limited, a legacy transport business founded back in 1963. He leads operations across the Bhiwandi Gujarat corridor, modernizing traditional freight practices while staying rooted in the trust and value his family built over the last 6 decades. He leads with a people first, execution driven approach to transport, built on predictability, discipline, and respect for the people behind the wheel. He is also a strong voice in the industry. Through his LinkedIn newsletter, The Roadmap India, he shares on ground insights and advocates for smarter, more digital logistics across India. Welcome, Mr. Meet. Also joining us, Mr. Nilesh Mehta, CEO of NGenious Solutions and author of upcoming book Reinventing IT Operations. Mr. Nilesh is spearheading technology innovations across enterprise IT for nearly 2 decades. This episode is a part of a broader initiative led by Mr. Nilesh, whose upcoming book, Reinventing IT Operations, will feature exclusive insights from leaders like Mr. Meet. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we shall begin. My first question to you, Mr. Meet, is as a third generation leader, what did you keep from the legacy playbook and what did you change to build a more execution driven organization?
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be the part of this conversation. Sri Jalaram freight careers come from a lineage that started in the year 1963 with one simple belief. If you take responsibility seriously, growth will follow you quietly. My role today is not to protect the past, but to make sure the system we built are worth carry forward. If we talk about legacy, what values I'll keep from legacy? So what I've kept is I kept the values and I've changed the way we used to execute. So if we move into the broader perspectives, legacy teaches you integrity, patience, and long-term thinking. But legacy does not teach you the modern discipline, the speed, or the power you require in this decision making. So we have removed romance from operations and we have personalized reviews, accountability, and communication. One rule is simple: values are non-negotiable. Everything else must earn its place.
That's fascinating. Um, so let's go a bit deeper into your operating rhythm. What does your day-to-day and week-to-week management cadence look like huddles, reviews, escalation dashboards, etc.?
I would would say that my day starts with a single phone call from my driver and ends with the same. So my team can reach out to me 24 by 7. So if there is anything and if there is any help required, so there is no hierarchy that you are not supposed to speak or you are not supposed to call. Right from a single pin to whatever is required, I'm here. I'm here by your side.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. My next question to you is what practices have actually improved driver retention, safety, and performance in your experience?
Driver retention, the first thing comes in our mind is that we are building a people-centric company. So not even a single vehicle is standing without a driver. As I have discussed that my day starts with a single phone call from my driver and ends with the same. So how do we retain drivers? We have a simple procedure. The procedure that if an individual is working with us, we don't let a human behind. So if there is anything happening to you, whether you are at the warehouse, whether you are at the road, or you are everywhere, we are here with you. So that culture is something that we don't have to retain drivers, and our vehicles are running smoothly.
Really appreciate how people first your approach. With that foundation in place, I'm bringing in Mr. Nilesh Mehta, CEO of NGenious Solutions and author of upcoming book, Reinventing IT Operations, to take us into operating playbook. Over to you, Nilesh.
Thank you, Omkar. Thank you, Meet, for the insights. Again, as Omkar said, I'm the founder CEO at NGenious Solutions. Just a quick intro about myself. I have been part of the IT industry for about 25 years now. I graduated electronics engineering from Mumbai, and then I did my master's from New Jersey Institute of Technology from the US around 97 through 99. Um, Came up as a Microsoft developer and grew into a lot of enterprise collaboration, process automation, PI, ERP stuff, implementations. In 2004, I decided to become an entrepreneur myself and started Engineer Solutions in 2005, which leads us to where we are right now, and brings me to some amazing and interesting, I think, questions back to you, Meet, about how you started this conversation about ownership and integrity and leadership, which, as a first generation owner from that perspective leads directly into my heart. If you don't mind me asking you one question from one of your feedback over there is, you made a very interesting statement, take romance out of business and everything else falls into place, right? Um, I find that interesting as a statement because when you talk to a first generation entrepreneur like myself, it's going to be very difficult to take that romance out of the business, right? Most of us who come in as a first generation from the are very attached to our business. It's my personal baby, my child, that feeling, and I could immediately relate and say, you know what, businesses are meant to be profitable, streamlined, and in automation. And your statement right there immediately connects with me because I think if you want your business to grow, you have to be a practical business owner. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to be in romance with your business. So you have to pick your fight and say which way you want to grow. So I really liked your statement over there. That I appreciate that thought process, and I think that may come from like you said, your background, your MBA, multiple generations in the business, and something that you learned over a period of time. So that really resonated with me. So thank you so much for that statement over there. My question to you is going to be, as a third generation, somebody who's been learning a lot about business from your mentors out there, right? What would be two or three key operational efficiencies that you would improve, whether it's on-time performance or reliability, that will help you scale from going forward from here?
See, we keep it very simple. We need to focus on execution. Execution is very important.
Okay.
The second is that weekly focus on the pattern which we are following. And the third one I would say is monthly focus on the improvement we need to follow.
Okay.
So if
With that,
I
saying
would
that,
need to say,
sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
please
Please go ahead.
continue. Please continue.
Now, I was going to say, with that being said, when you want to do this stuff, do you see technology playing a major part of your the thoughts you are doing, or is that more on the business side that you would have to increase your efficiency there?
On a business side, see, if a metric surpasses us, the system has already failed.
Okay. Can
On
you
a business
elaborate a
side,
little bit more on that? What do you mean by that?
if if I were to tied up with some escalations or something, so if some were I would say the monthly focus or a weekly focus, which we are talking about pattern, which we are talking about improvement. So if a metric surpasses you, you have already failed. Your system has already failed.
Okay. Interesting. So how do you resolve that? How do you take care of that?
We make sure that the weekly patterns are followed. We make sure that the monthly improvement chart has been done.
Mhm.
So if not, we tend to go out of the box to improve what can be done.
Okay. Anything that technology can help you? For example, there's a lot of talk about obviously AI stuff going on, right? Would you take advantage of something like that in your day-to-day operations that can allow you to control or build something better over there?
See, technology is something that can reduce uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to say that if we talk about predictability, if we talk about routes, if we talk about last minute surprises, so these are some uncertainties that technology can't, overcome. So at that point of a time, your system, which the monthly focus or your monthly alignment comes to the place.
Okay. Um, right, that helps. My next question is, when you work in your business, whether it's your customers or any vendors you work with, uh, what do you value most in terms of, speed, communication, accuracy? What do your customers value you most for?
See, if we talk about customers, customers generally want three things from you, and that is, very simple in these days. One is clarity, one is accuracy, third is honesty.
Okay,
Transparency is the key. If you are transparent enough, you are not losing customers. If there is a delay, we communicate that there is a delay. If there is
right.
a mistake, we fully own it, that it is done by us and it is not going to happen. See, if trust is something that is going to follow. So we are
Agreed.
lifting something heavier than cargo. We are lifting a legacy.
Agreed. I think that is
There is
something
one.
that we also follow a lot. One of the things in technology also, um, just like logistics, like you're talking about, roadside transport and stuff, there's always going to be delays. There are things that are outside of our control, right? There's construction happening on your roadways, something's closed, a bridge is closed, something went wrong with one of your trucks or something. Some things you cannot predict, right? And in that case, communication is similar. Things happen to us in IT projects also, right? There are things that come in unforeseen in projects. And I always say, in addition to all the experience that you have, the technologies that you bring, the vision that you bring, communication plays the biggest factor in
Yes,
any
very much.
success in any project over there, right? So I think that helps really if you are open and uh, clearly stating any situational impact that you have to your customers, then they work together with you, right? And they say, okay, how do we solve this and how do we get to success together then?
Silence destroys confidence.
Very nice.
The moment something goes wrong, our priority shifts from fixing to informing. So the one team is fixing and one team is informing.
Right.
At the same time, I take the responsibility to speak to client directly.
Very nice. Very nice. One other thing that I would like to ask is, at the very beginning, you said you have a very, employee-centric organization and you are always accessible, right? There's no hierarchy between you and then your team over there, perception. And you are in that 24/7 mode of being able there to support them. How does that impact you at a personal level between your work-life balance? Everybody talks about work-life balance and automation in this team right now. Is that something that you would like to say, I love this and this is the way I'm going to do this, or I'm going to operate this in a manner where my people don't have to call me 24/7 and build that up? Do you see that difference in that perspective where, because you don't want people calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning, but something happened with my car over here, my truck over here, right? So how do you handle it? As much as an entrepreneur, you say, I'm available 24/7. Is that something that you want to keep as it is, or you want to make things automated differently over there?
See, if I were to say in logistics, you are very lucky that you are receiving calls. That is something that I would say I don't want to remove at all. See, if your
Okay.
team member is not hesitating to call you at 3 in the morning, that is something that you have built something nice in your company. So a few months ago, we had an incident where a new driver made a little mistake and it costed somewhere around 3.5 to 4 lakh rupees.
Mhm.
So he was very afraid of calling. He was very new to our company. It was his second trip. He was going from point A to point B, and something happened, and he was very afraid of calling. So we went there. It was very near to Jamnagar, so we went there. We had dinner together, and we explained that. See, what happens is that we don't want to leave a single man behind. That is
Good.
what keeps our company going. So I don't want this to change at all.
That's very good. That is a very good thought process. Again, in industries like ourselves, our assets are our team members, right? Without them and without the confidence that we have in them and the confidence that they have in us, it is difficult to make progress. They need to be, comfortable that our team is behind us, our organization is behind us. Should we make a mistake, they'll take care of us. And I think that brings that confidence. And then everybody gives that 100%, the ownership thing that you talk about. Now they are taking ownership of their own work because they have that confidence that my organization will take care of me properly from that perspective, right?
Definitely. What
So,
makes us
so
different? Yes, what makes us different is that we have we used to. I'm cutting in between. We used to work with a 3PL company before from Bhiwandi to Ahmedabad.
okay.
So what used to happen is when my driver used to report at Ahmedabad depot, they used to shut down their washrooms and they were not providing them water.
Oh, wow.
So we escalated matter 3 4 times. Uh, and we stopped working in around about 24 25 days. We stopped placing vehicles and we blacklisted the entire company. For us, uh, as long as trucks are important, as long as our drivers are important.
Absolutely. Very good statement over there. Um, so again, I think because I come from technology background, your business seems to run a lot on people and transportations over there. Um, any technologies that you leverage internally for your accounting ERP that is necessary for you to use. One other thing I'll bring to discussion over here is a few months ago, we had another discussion with an FMCG company in India that was also in a similar business. They were logistics, but they were in the bottling industry. And they used AI to get faster to the shelves where they need to put their bottles in place, right? And allowing their drivers to find the fastest route based on AI to get to the destination. Because from their point of view, shelf life is very limited. Imagine, soda bottles or something like that, right? Or chips or something like that. And if you don't get there first, your competitors are getting first and putting their product on the shelf over there, right? Um, do you see or anticipate your drivers, your teams being able to leverage AI to help them with the transportation in any manner? Is there any potential of leveraging a technology like that in your business?
Yes, definitely, definitely. We use GPS, we use ERP for data. But if I had to pick one area, it would be visibility that feeds action. Not about data, but about timing of information. So the
Okay,
updated right time, right movement can prevent dispute, panics, and escalations. So if I were to add, modernization is going to reduce human stress, but not the digital noise.
makes sense. So ideally for something like you, a fleet tracking system would be of importance. Where is my fleet at
Definitely.
this point?
Yes, yes, yes. We definitely have in-house ERPs. We definitely have in-house softwares. So we track from right from trip start to trip end, and we give the same tracking link to our clients.
Excellent. Excellent. Very nice. One last question for me. Any major achievements that you want to do over the next 12 months targeted in terms of, scaling your business, growing for where you are right now? Again, all things seem to be in automation, but something that you would want to say, here's my personal growth pattern in bringing this company from point A to point Z and say, this is what I would like to achieve in the next 12 to 18 months over there.
If I were to say, I would tag the entire road transport industry with a fewer dispute over roads and predictability that that needs to be improved.
If you're going to talk to the road transport authority, I think there are probably quite a few people that will come and join you over there and see where they can talk to you from that perspective, right? But no, I think that is a lot of good insights. I want to thank you for your time and appreciate that. But I'll hand you over back to Omkar. Good talking, good insights. Omkar, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Meet, and thank you, Mr. Nilesh. It's been pleasure listening to both of you and sharing your journey, strategies, experience, and thoughts with us. To our audience, thank you for joining in Leaders Lounge. Stay tuned for more conversations with leaders who are inspiring and shaping the future of technology, business, and purpose. This is Omkar Gaikwad signing off.